Hi mga ka-learners! Are you familiar with this one? If yes, that's good, but if not, this is what we call puso or hanging rice in the Philippines. It is not a recipe but a way of packaging and serving rice. Are you curious how to make it? No worries, because for today's vlog, we're going to learn how to make or wave hanging rice or puso. So let's get started! The materials needed in making or waving hanging rice or puso are young coconut leaves. So this is how it looks like before you remove the leaves. And then this is how it looks like after removing the leaves. Then we also be needing scissor in making it. So since we already have the materials that we will be needing, let's move to the first step in making it. The first step is to remove the young coconut midribs and cut the edge of the fresh young coconut leaves. So this is the midribs or the stick. So this is it. And then this is the edge. So we are going to remove it or cut it. So with the use of scissor, we're just going to cut. Make sure in cutting the edge, you're not going to cut it over here or here, but this part. And then we're just going to flip it and cut this part, and then just slowly remove it. So now we have a clean cut of fresh young coconut leaf. There's actually a trick for it. Cut it at the edge and then use your fingernails, making it, removing it, and then slowly it actually depends upon you if you wanted to cut the mid-ridge of the fresh young coconut leaves before cutting the edge, or do it vice versa. So it's still the same. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then remove it. So we do have now. So let's go for the waving time. The first step in waving is to get one leaf and set aside the rest. I'm going to use that later. And then I'm going to focus on this leaf. So we do have 1 and 2. For you to easily follow it, I'm going to use a marker in writing it, a number for it. So it's up to you if you're going to face it like this or the other side. Doesn't matter, still the same. So 1, and then this is number 2, and then this is 1 and 2. So we do have 1 and 2. So the first thing is to twist the number 2 on top of number 1. So you're going to have something like this, and then make sure your palm will be holding it like that. We're going to reverse it on your palm. So hold it like this. This one, your thumb will be the one who's going to hold it. And then the next step is to rub your palm with it 2 times. 1 and 2. So your left palm is already rubbed by it. And then we're going to remove it. Make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for you to easily follow, I'm going to write it again. So this is number 1, number 2, and then this one is number 3, number 4, and then this one is number 5. And then after that, so we do have 5 of it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First step is to put the number 2 inside number 3. Get number 4. Put it inside number 2. And then number 3 is number 1 rather is inside number 4. And then for number 5, is we put it inside number 3, and then on top number 2, and below number 1. So it will look like this. So you'll end up having, and then we're going to reverse it behind. So it has a pattern. It should be like on this part, this is on top, this part, this is below, this one is on top. So on this, you can see this is on top, so we're going to put it below of it, and then turn it on. This is below of it, then this one is below, then this part is on top, below. No worries if you feel like it doesn't look right, because every art looks like that at first. And then, so you're done. So this is how it looks like at first. The next step is to tighten it up. So we're going to start on the very first. It's up to you for you're going to start this side or this side. I rather want this part. So I'm just going to tighten it up. Tight, tight, tight it, tight it, and tight it. Then the other part also. Tight it, tight. This one. So this is how it looks like, but it still need to be tightened because the rice will go out. So keep on repeating the process all over and over again until there's no spot where the rice can go out. So for this puso, it actually depends upon the leaves of the coconut leaf. If it's small, then the puso will also be smaller. But if it's big, then the puso will be bigger. So we're done with our first puso. So thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Bye bye!